President Trump, by the way, on Friday hinted at a new executive order that would dramatically lower the price of prescription drugs, taking aim directly at big pharma. Roll tape.
Other nations paid less for drugs than we do, sometimes by 60–70%. We're going to be, and we're working on it right now, we're working on a favored nation clause where we pay whatever the lowest nation's price is. Why should other nations, like Canada, but why should other nations pay much less than us? They've taken advantage of this system for a long time, pharma.
That was the president. Bob Hugin now joins us, former Celgene CEO. Bob, thanks for joining us. Does the president have a point? Why are we paying such high prices for prescription drugs than, say, Canada or other places in the world?
Clearly, the system is broken, and we need to do stuff about it. And the president's doing a lot of good things. You think about transparency of prices, whether it's drugs or hospitals or providers. We should know how much it costs to get something done for us. We also should know what the outcome is. And he's doing some other good things, getting rebates to make sure the consumer gets the rebate, not some middleman getting the money out of it. Let's make sure the patient gets the benefit of rebates. But I have to tell you, we have to be careful here on this latest executive order, or the potential for an executive order about importing socialism and price controls. It may be a good negotiating strategy, but it's bad policy to import socialism. It's sort of like Medicare for all, which is really better health care for none.
But would you agree the president has a point that these prices are out of control? For instance, when I was in the UK, I had a cholesterol drug. I think I paid £5 for 3 months' supply, so $7.
Right.
I mean, that was remarkably cheap.
Right.
I'm not sure what I would. In this country, it's a little bit more. But why am I paying so less? It feels like this country, everyone's paying for the research and development by the big drug companies, but people elsewhere are not.
Yeah, I mean, I think the United States is the center of research and development.
Right.
It's the innovation capital of the world, and American patients get access to therapies first and better. 80+% of all prescriptions are generics, and the United States has about the lowest cost of generics in the world. Okay. We do pay for innovation, which is a good thing. Yeah. We don't want to be stagnant in healthcare, but we need to reform the system, and we've got lots of opportunity to really do that. One of the things I think we need to do, Ashley, is to really keep pressure on the private sector to solve these problems. You got J.P. Morgan, Amazon, Berkshire Hathaway doing innovative things. There are private sector labor unions that are doing good things in healthcare reform. Democrats and Republicans know, and they agree on 80% of the things that need to be changed. But the political division really prevents us from getting these things done. And that's why I'm hoping if we do overrule, have Obamacare ruled unconstitutional.
I was going to ask you about that. What happens if it is ruled unconstitutional? Where does that leave us?
You know, so many Americans are poorly served by the healthcare system today, as we've been talking about. So change is not necessarily a bad thing. But Congress would have to come together to make sure that we protect the vulnerable people that might be disadvantaged by the ruling. But in the end, we need change. And maybe it'll be a catalyst to bring Democrats and Republicans together to really solve the problem.
And then you woke up.
And then, you know,
when does Congress agree on anything these days?
That's the problem. But this issue is so serious that the consequence to the American people and the economy, 18% of the economy. But I think the thing that we've got to recognize is that the government's not the only solution. That's why I think earlier I mentioned we've got to really encourage the private sector. They're doing so many good things. We're seeing a lot of positive signs about how to be more effective, to get better transparency on outcomes and prices, but get better care for people. It lowers costs. We get better prevention and wellness. There's a lot we can do. We've got to work together to make that happen.
Well, I hope they're listening, Bob.
Well,
Let's
hope. We're going to keep pushing on it.
Very good. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.